Vegetable puffs become very special if you are having a party. Make small ones and you will just love it. With around 150 grams of all-purpose flour, in this we are going to add around 12 grams of any vegetable shortening. So you can use butter, you can use margarine or any kind of vegetable shortening. In this add 10 grams of sugar, 5 grams of salt, a little bit of lemon juice. Lemon juice will give strength to the dough for the gluten that is there in the flour. Do not add water, first mix the dough well with that fat. That will give a shortening effect. So do not add water, just run the machine. This is like nice breadcrumbs. When this fat coats that flour, you get that short crust effect. That will give the crunch. But you got to make this into a medium stiff dough, like your chapati atta. So add for 100 grams of flour around 40 ml of water, 60 ml of water for 150 grams of flour, and use ice cold water. Look at some of the ice pieces here. So just add and make this into a nice medium stiff dough. In a machine, you got to do 4 minutes of kneading. If you are doing it with hand, you got to use some energy and do it like 10-12 minutes. The whole reason behind that is you want to gluten to form. And when you have somebody guest coming at home, you can do this so easily, and homemade vegetable puffs are the best. So just take the dough. We are going to let it rest for at least 15 minutes. For the vegetable puffs, you would love to use a lot of potatoes. Here I am going to take a little bit of oil, add some chopped onion and add pieces of potatoes. In this add some green chili, and you can also add rest of the masalas like ginger garlic paste. Basically any leftover dry vegetable curry also you can put, but potato and mixed vegetables will make it very tasty. In this little bit of cumin powder, some coriander powder, chili powder, some garam masala. Saute these potatoes, salt. When the potatoes are slightly cooked, in this you can add any of the vegetables. I have got cauliflower, carrot. Just grate them and add to this. This can become a very good stuffing. In this, add some chopped coriander. Let this cook on a slow flame till the vegetables are done and there is very little moisture left. This has to be tasty. In the end, you can also add some chili sauce to this and it will be super tasty. The vegetables are getting cooked, and in India you can get many vegetable shortenings like this, pretty cheap. You can use them, but they will be grainy. So what you do is, I took a whisk and mixed it thoroughly, so it is kind of creamy texture. So this is ready to use. For the ultimate and the best results, you can also buy vegetable puff shortening that is available in the market. You can go and buy online, or else you can even buy margarines, which are also very good for making this puff. But always make sure you cream that fat till it is nice and smooth. That's when you will be able to make the puffs much more easier. After resting the dough for 15-20 minutes, apply as much as flour as you want and roll it into a nice sheet, because we are going to apply that vegetable shortening to this. So whenever I do this, all I do is I take something like this and kind of give it a shape so that it forms a nice rectangle. That is how it will become very easy for me to apply. Roll it. If it is stretching back, just let it relax for some more time. The method I am doing is the easiest method. We are going to do only 3 folds, whereas I have shown you with the butter. I put the butter and kept it in the fridge and removing it out. For this method, you don't need to put this in the refrigerator, because if you put this vegetable fat in the refrigerator, it will become solid, and when you roll it, only the dough will expand and the fat will break off. So you cannot put in the fridge. Make sure this is nice and soft. Take this fat, slowly apply this fat as a thin coating on this sheet. More than 75% have done it. So this 25% I am going to put it on top. Then this sheet, put it on top. Now once again, fold it, fold it. So with 150 grams of flour, we got this sheet, apply a little bit of flour, let it rest for few minutes. So there is a fat in these layers. So when you roll it, you have to do it very carefully. Whenever you handle this, just be very careful, just with lot of love and lot of care. Now roll it. Just make sure, unlike the first time, you try and retain the rectangle shape when you roll it, and do not apply too much pressure, with little bit care. If it is getting a little bit tough, give it 5 minutes of rest. Add extra flour if you need, and very gently keep rolling it. You have to do this at least 2 more times. Look at this. Perfect. Now this time we are going to fold it differently. You can fold it one inside, again another one inside, and roll it like this. With lot of care. The second roll is done. We are going to do one more roll, and that's it. Wherever possible, try and retain the shape and make it nice rectangular shape like this. Then you can cut it the way you want. I'm going to make them nice and small. So look at them. These are like a cocktail kind of things. So each one of this will become one of the vegetable puff. With 150 grams of flour, I am able to make around 14 of these vegetable puffs. Small ones and excellent for a party. Apply the egg wash on these edges, because when you fold them, they need to stick. Otherwise, they will really open up a lot. Then take this mixture, little by little, put it on each one of these. Very carefully push the stuffing inside and fold it like this. Okay, once again, just look at the edges. Just you can arrange them on the tray in which you are going to bake them. On top of this, take this egg wash and give it a nice coating. This will give a very good coloring to the puffs. It will have that nice golden color. Preheat the oven at 220 degrees centigrade and bake them for around 20 minutes. These are the puffs that are made by the street vendors. They use the vegetable shortening. In the 5-star hotels, we always use butter. Actually, to make with butter is a little more difficult, but with this, it is so easy. And with 150 grams, I've got almost 14 puffs. So we're going to bake it for 20 minutes. After these puffs are done, they're a little bit delicate, but on the bite, you should be able to just bite through it, and it should not be stretchy. If it is stretchy, it's not good. And look at them with the nice stuffing. Puff up and become nice and perfect. With this vegetable stuffing, these ones are just too good. Very easy to make. Make them as a snack for your party, and with each bite,